What's up, everybody?
We're live. We're live with a great show on Hump Day, the new Hump Day, Thursday. Yeesh. Wow, Linda May is here.
What?
From Colorado. Joe Bilbo from London, UK.
All right, everybody.
John Piercy, Southern California, checking in.
It is good to be here with you all.
Yeah.
Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
You good?
Oh, what a great show we've got for you. Well, not for you. For
Right.
them.
Other people.
Yeah,
right.
other people.
No, I get it. I get it, man. All right.
I'm all set up. I've got everything organized. I've got a fan here because it's in Southern California. It is hot.
It is hot. Not as hot as probably a lot of places you all are.
We're like Vegas and where else? How hot is it? That's the question.
Ooh,
for
let us
tonight.
know in the comments.
Yeah. How hot is it? Whoa.
If you're in the Southwest desert area, let us know.
Reiner is here from Germany watching.
All right.
All
Gina just landed back in Connecticut, probably from, Disney World.
All right.
Oh, my gosh, we have Mike Guthrie here.
Sarah Barron is here from the UK. Brad Ray. Yep. Gina.
All right.
So
let's see.
I was on a podcast yesterday
Okay.
with Al Getler, and
The Business of Show Business?
no, it was his
This
own.
is the business of show business at show business with Al Getler.
Yes, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Okay.
And he was also on with Lee Cockrell, the vice president of Disney World
Yes.
Resorts, and Gina was there too.
No
She was
way.
at Disney World, going through Disney World at the time that she was actually telling Lee Cockrell, I'm at Disney World
Oh,
right now.
that is cool.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Yesterday. So
Love
she is
it.
now back to Connecticut from Florida. Okay.
She's made it. Oh, my gosh. Chuck Lyons is here.
No way.
Amanda Stump is here.
Carl
Linda May,
Petzl.
105 in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Wow.
Sue Johnson is off work. Sue, how
All right.
hot is it?
How hot is it? Man, it's hot.
Now, Kelly said, I hope my comments work better than last week.
Yes.
Well, I'm reading your comment right now, so
All right.
hopefully that is proof. It's hot in Bama, but not as bad as it usually is. We have
Now
rain
that's-
coming.
You know what she means by Bama, Brian? Sweet home,
I was thinking more Neil Young. Alabama. You know the rest.
There's no A on Alabama. Neil Young's version has no A on it.
Oh, really?
No. Alabama. You've
And
got
then-
the...
And then wasn't there...
And the feet on the track.
And then Leonard Skinner's was like a response song to that, right? Because they said, I hope Neil Young will remember Southern
Yes.
Man Don't Need Him Around.
Yep. Yep.
Interesting. Music facts here, folks. You heard it here
Yeah.
first.
Oh, there's quite a feud going on.
Breaking news on
And-
songs that are 40 years old.
And actually, one of the other songs that Neil Young did has a reference to from 9/11 to Chris Rock.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Chris Rock said something about umbrellas.
Okay. I don't know that. Carlo Pinto, it's getting cold.
All right,
Sorry, Carlo. Stay warm.
cold. Wow,
Mark Berryman said, please mention Neil Young and the South.
often,
Just kidding, Mark.
often. No,
Brian
no, don't mention
Jensen.
him or anything to do with this. Wait, is he from Canada? Mark Berryman? Where's he from? Mark, where are you from? Why would you say that?
I think it's a divisive issue, Steve.
All right. Oh my gosh,
Aho!
Wally
Sue
is-
Johnson, it's 109.
Wally is addressing all of us, Ryan,
What?
Steve,
Yes.
and Mr. Tiki. Why would he be addressing him? He just sits here.
He does nothing.
He's just-
Wally is out of his mind. What does he want?
All right. Sheila has arrived, or I should say, Sile has arrived.
And Patrick
I'm way past that. Eliezer.
Eliezer. A laser, like a laser pointer.
A laser beam.
A laser beam.
A laser sword.
Man, I keep getting this a little alert that says
You are no longer live.
you got an alert that said that?
This? No, I didn't. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I don't have that alert. It's saying something about resolution, but it looks good on our test
Yeah,
feed.
I
so-
know. It says we're over our resolution requirements, and That's because we try to give our insiders
The very best.
The very best.
Yeah. Facebook literally says your viewers deserve worse quality.
Come on,
And we
Mark.
say no.
Marky
With
Z,
the
no
side
way.
cam, we say no.
We will not give you less quality than we're able to.
We'll
Marky
give you
Z.
so many screenshots.
We will.
And by screenshots, I mean that
Those two.
whatever these are called.
Those are called camera angles, but
Oh, I'm kind of new to the game.
all right. Well,
Hey.
you're doing really good, actually.
Steve, just want to check in. It looks like there's muds precariously balanced on an Easy Talk supporting a starter toucan, which are both in stock. But tell me, what's going on with those mugs?
Well, they're okay. They're okay. All of these mugs are fine. They're not going to fall off. I guarantee it. Because if they did, it would be really, really scary.
It would.
Oh! All right. Pandering.
We need a pandering jingle.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Teresa is
No way.
here.
No way.
If you haven't had an email or phone conversation with Teresa Camarillo, you are missing out. Teresa
Teresa's
is the one who makes sure that everything keeps going, that orders get out,
Yes.
that shipments go. She deals with crazy stuff with FedEx, with UPS. She makes it happen. Come on. Give it up for Teresa.
She deals with all of it. I'm
So
telling
if
you.
she says the feed looks good, I believe it.
Okay.
All right.
Is that what she said?
She said it looks good.
We're good to go.
Yeah. Hey, I want to read a little comment that someone posted that's just really encouraging, and we love it when you guys share this kind of stuff with us. But Chrissy and Marco Ravenwest had ordered a snake. We posted snake photos a while ago.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And anyways, they left a comment on it that I just wanted to read because it was really encouraging to us. They
Yep.
said, I just got my snake. Wow, I'm blown away at the quality. Axtell's the best. Got the snake and parrot. Teresa in sales, shout out, is wonderfully helpful and a nice woman who went out of her way to assist me. The quality and craftsmanship of the puppets are unparalleled. In my opinion, Axtell is much more reasonably priced than others. I couldn't be happier. Such nice people to work with, Marco.
That's awesome.
That's over on our Facebook page. But Marco, we just want to say thank you. Would love to see photos of what you're doing. I hope you. Oh, and Marco's a musician.
Yes.
A lot of guitars.
Yep, we exchanged videos today.
Oh, cool.
I sent him my rocking out videos from the 70s bands.
Oh, very cool, man. So, anyways, thank you all. And Mike Guthrie has some kind things to say. I may or may not have a video from him. Couldn't really tell you, except our list could. So, yeah. Steve, did you share this yet?
Let me do that right now. I was writing down a very clever question for the Tiki from some. Not that questions matter.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, Steve.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Just, some people like sending questions for the Tiki. I don't know why.
I've seen those pop up.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird. I mean, he just sleeps. He's just a carved
Makes no sense to me.
Tiki with closed eyes. I don't know.
So we do want you to share this video because you know what we're giving away today? Steve, hold up your mug. We're giving away an Axtell mug. All you got to do is pay shipping because we have an audience that's all over the world.
This one right here. Innovations to help you entertain the world.
That's right. And this is available on our Cafe Press page, cafepress.com/Axtell Expressions.
Right.
But we're going to send you one for free, and we're going to pick from the list of people that have shared this live stream. So take a moment, share the live stream, and we'll pick a winner a little bit later. And just a reminder, every time you share, we really appreciate it. Anytime you hit the like button, leave a comment. It helps Facebook understand that people are engaging with us. And if you're watching on the YouTube playback, thanks for watching. And jump in with us live Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific.
Nothing like live. Nothing like live.
Over on our Facebook page. So, yeah, make sure you share this, guys. Steve, did you share it already to the Axtell Entertainers group?
It didn't give me the option, so I shared it to my personal page.
Got it.
And then, if I go there, let's see what happens. I wish I could.
Hold on.
I mean, I can. There is ways to do that.
Call
but I have to,
Android.
No, you know what I have to do? I have to copy
Call
the link.
Android.
I have to copy the link. Then I
Tech
have to
support.
leave our
Oh, everyone who has a Droid's on tech support simultaneously, so it will take
So I'm
a
going to leave
billion
the
hours?
broadcast now.
Hold on. Their message is just saying
I'm leaving broadcast now, so I'm out. I'm signed out. Now I'm going to go to my groups.
The best way to fix it is to buy an iPhone, is what Droid is saying on their tech support
I'm going to go to
page.
your groups, and then I'm going to go to
Don't make
Axtell
me
Entertainers.
Don't make me side shot you.
Here we go.
Don't make me side shot you.
Here we go. I'm sharing it now with the Axtell Expressions group.
Well, it's too late now. They've all gone to bed. It's taken too long.
No, Axtell Entertainers, they don't go to bed. Entertainers don't go to bed.
Oh, friends, it's just fun to poke fun at other people. Am I right?
Other people. I'm not just other people to you.
Right, you're Steve.
All right.
So one of the funny dichotomies of working with families, you don't want to just call each other father and son because that's weird for everyone else. No one needs that.
Until it's chore time.
Well, it's different because it's just us here, and I don't do the chores. So it's neither here nor there.
It's here and there.
That's true. Well, Steve.
All right. It's time now to check in with our insiders.
Yes.
Oh, we have so many great videos and photos to share with you this week from insiders. Thank you for sending them in, posting them. Check these out.
All right. Now remember,
it's all about transitions.
I don't know what photos are coming up, so I'm going to try to think of transitions
so
here.
Ryan's going to be the transition expert.
I'm not good on the spot like
all
this.
Right. Well, let's try it. Here we go.
All right. Let me think.
Out.
Well,
speaking of transitions.
Starting out is when you just had me add, so I really don't know. All right.
All right. From the insiders, here we go.
All right, speaking of giving up the ghost and moving on, it's Vicky the Cougar still hanging on. This is from Terrence Fader, as his friends call him.
It's so hot in
It's
Vegas.
hot in Vegas, man.
She is hot.
And speaking of hot in Vegas, Terry's back with a new show over at New York. Which is pretty cool. And speaking of pretty cool, we got Sebastian Recommand. And this guy is a German comedian.
That's right.
That I found on Instagram because randomly in my discovery, it showed our hippo. And I was like, hey, I know that.
Exactly.
And looks like he's doing a bunch of fun stuff. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of fun stuff, no, it's not Shmi from Hook. It's J.R. Russell holding a pile of dinks. He's got some dinkies right there.
Look at those dinks.
But look at that. He's got that white, close beard that kind of looks like Shmi.
Oh, yeah. J.R. is J.R.
He's looking good, man.
Yeah.
He is looking good. He's out of this world. Hey, speaking of out of this world, Wolfie Meyer, fly me to the moon again in 2024.
He said, my puppet looks just like you, Steve, with your hat. And I said,
this puppet looks a bit younger.
Does not look.
This one has less bags, less eye bags on this one. But that is Wolfie. Wolfie's like a genius. He's a NASA guy. He knows everything engineering wise.
Wolfie's on the track to go to the moon in 2024 with.
I know, which is why I nailed the transition
with Elon Musk. Actually,
Wolfie's probably the president of SpaceX. Speaking of X marks the spot. Whoa, don't bite the X. That's my finger. Whoa, it's Florian.
What?
I don't know.
What kind of a transition was that? Oh, I like that picture, though. Look at
I know.
love his face.
This is Florian Pocus. Pretty cool.
That's the man-eating plant, or the plant-eating man.
Nice one, Steve. Yeah, I mean, totally like an X marks the spot thing.
Yeah.
But you know what's cool about plants is like you're just like out in nature, man. And nothing says out in nature like camping in one of the largest islands in Germany. This is from Reiner.
In the DE.
Check it out. He's got look at all those campers out there. It looks like he's got a yurt right there.
Is that car with the monkey in it? Is it moving or is it stalled?
Looks like he's just chilling, man.
Yeah.
But it looks great as
That's
is.
Great. Yeah.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So
he drives it all around.
Staying in Deutschland. No, she's not taller than Reiner, but her name is Tala.
What?
I tried to make a name.
Taller?
Well,
Tala?
Tala, taller.
Oh, she's not Tala. Oh, okay, got it. That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's come
Oh,
on.
I love those
Decent,
pictures. She
right?
has a
But
nice
she's got a
back.
Verna.
I like your
Hey,
back.
did you know we have a Verna in stock?
What?
We
No way.
never have puppets in stock.
We don't.
Jose, we were able to get one in stock. So
Seriously?
people listening to this right now,
Oh my gosh.
who are just
if somebody
waiting,
wants a Verna, that puppet right there
That's
on
right.
the left, get it now.
and Tala's got it, and she's also got the sea monster.
We
Love
never
that.
have anything in stock.
I know. Staying up north,
Man. Yeah.
where they don't have chimps,
North?
is Serialto
In Finland.
with a native Finnish chimp.
There it is. Yep.
If you don't follow
Chimps
Sari
are
over
native.
on Instagram or TikTok, you are missing out. A lot
That's
of
just
fun.
one of 3 photos, Ryan. Show us the other 2.
This was the only one in there, Steve.
Nice.
Speaking of the only one, irreplaceable, we got Paul Cockrell.
There he
with
is.
Boris the bear.
Oh, love it.
Looks like he's been camping, but he's been having so much fun. There's even a fan club.
Gosh.
Tall Paul.
It's so cool that people have fan clubs for the puppets
I know.
and special pages. So awesome. Love it.
Love it. Oh, this just in from Wolfie on behalf of Reiner. The car is remote controlled.
Oh,
Very
fantastic.
cool.
Excellent.
All right. Speaking of... Oh,
Yeah.
lost momentum on that. Hold on.
You know, people that struggle with English are really having a hard time understanding your transitions.
Because of English or because they're not good?
They're
I mean,
because they're not good English.
understanding English may not help you. No, he wasn't the star of Avatar, but it is Steve Axtell. He is looking like an
So
avatar.
Patrick Eliezer
Eliezer,
did,
he said I
voila.
nailed the pronunciation. So
voila.
back to me, Steve.
on the old Steve Axtell. Yeah. Oh,
Looking
to look
good.
like that again,
Looking good.
or ever.
Hey, we got a little video update from Mike Woody Guthrie. Middle name is Woody. I don't know if that's true or not, but around the shop, he's a Mike Woody the Woodster Guthrie. He's got a little unboxing video, so check it out.
Alrighty guys, I just got my shipment from Axtell Puppets. Let's see what's in it. Hope it's a puppet or 2. So, here we go. Oh yeah. Gotta love the bubble wrap. Axtell invoice, so you know it's from Axtell Puppets and not somebody else. That'd be weird. Someone like in the, sending you puppets just randomly in the mail. Hate it when that happens. Okay, so first, love this stuff. Love it. My puppets like it too. Okay, more. Oh yeah, the Dino
He's got
Star.
such a gravelly
And a
voice. I
sea
love.
of little styrofoam babies. Oh, I love the Dino Star. So, one thing you got to know is we decided to use this puppet as the star of our vacation Bible school. And Teresa, thank you Teresa, was so quick to make sure that we could actually get it. And instead of
And no, his
fantastic
middle name is
job,
not Woody.
there's his
That's
tail.
just a shop
Let's
joke.
check it out. Oh yeah. Oh, I love. Just every time I get an Axtell puppet, I love the way they feel. Ooh, look at that. Look at, he's happy. Hi. Oh, he's got more bubble wrap. Steve, bonus bubble wrap. That's great. Yeah, he looks amazing. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Hello there. How are you? Yeah. Oh, it looks great. So this is the Dino Star. We're going to use this in our vacation Bible school, and his name's going to be Digby the Dinosaur. That'll be really cool. Put him right there. And then we got something else. Oh! I guess he's shedding because his wings came off. Now, I also got the egg. And the funny thing about the egg is, I mentioned to Teresa I wanted to get the dinosaur in the egg because I'm going to use a dinosaur in the egg, and she let me know the dinosaur does not fit in the egg, which I gave her a bad time. I know that, but I have a little D-Rex that's going to fit in it. Oh yeah, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to take this to in a couple days. I'm going to our preschool that is nearby. And I'm going to talk about dinosaurs with the kids. Ooh, there's all the extra pieces. I gotta tell you guys, I love it. Anytime I get Axtell puppets or products, and gosh, I wonder if that's annoying. Can you hear that? Wow. Oh, that is beautiful.
What's
And
that?
my
We
little
spare no
Durex is gonna
expense
fit
on the bubble
perfectly
wrap.
in there. Hey guys, again, thank you, Steve, Ryan, Teresa. Love you guys. God bless. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much.
You got it, Mike. Anyways, those are some updates from the insiders.
Exactly.
Hey, remember, send us your photos.
Oh, you know,
and
as soon as he shut the camera off, he went and popped all the bubble wrap.
Probably, right?
Pop, 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 pop,
That's
pop.
such a Woody Guthrie move.
Yeah, totally.
Did you know, Steve, that's his official middle name?
No, I didn't know that. I like his voice, though.
I know.
So
He's
it's-
got such a cool sound. It's that vocal fry. They've done...
In other words, he's fried his vocals. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's that sound.
That's it.
I love it. It's actually a technique they teach singers.
Yeah.
Of how to add vocal fry.
Can you show it to us?
Well, there's like a fry scream.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like in metal, that's a fry scream is a type of screaming.
Oh, okay.
That uses, and then there's false chord, which is,
Interesting. You know all that, but you can't do your chores. You can't do a snake.
where do you think?
Shucking.
Where do you think I have time to learn all this?
Where did you learn all that?
That's
the question.
waiting by the barn, with Primo 5G.
All right.
Primo 5G. Hey, thanks for sharing all those photos, everybody.
Yeah.
We love to see it. Yes, Gary, Theo Schultz, you're right. The Dino Star is pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
yes.
Steve, how long has the Dino Star been around?
Been around since 1987.
Wow.
Yep. That was our first one, and it caught on right away. It was so cool.
So fun, man. It's a great design.
The early ones, the really early ones, were nothing like this though. Same sculpt, but the bodies were like much bigger, kind of stretched out, very, very monochromatic because I couldn't spend the money on the silk
Screen,
screening.
well, we have to
I had-
screen print all the
Yeah,
bodies.
but I only had like one color, and I tried doing all the artwork. You know.
Oh,
it
that's
was just
amazing.
Really fun.
All
you know
right.
who used to do the screen printing for those bodies?
Who?
Was Greg Humble's sister.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
cool.
great family. Linda May, how dare you say it's chore time? Because if I go do my chores, we'll miss what's going on in the Woyce.
That's right. We got to do in the Woyce first.
All right, let's check in and see what's going on at the shop. All right, let's see here.
Love it. All right, here we go. We're heading into the shop.
Steve, walk us through.
Here we go. There's Jose holding a lion by the hand.
That's
and
dangerous.
I ain't lying. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Never touch the face.
Never touch the face.
Unless you're Jose.
There's a lion body. There's, what's that? I see a cheeky. I see a penguin. I see a
Kiddo?
Hands, feet. Look at those
A
feet.
bear?
I love it.
A rat?
Bare feet.
Lee
Bare feet.
Rademacher, if you're watching, some of these are coming
Is
your
that
way,
right?
my brother.
Look at this alien. Sandra's painting this alien. Amazing.
I know that wild
There's a
thing.
sheepdog body. There's a bear. Oh, love it.
Rosie's working hard on that bear.
Yep. Okay, there's a wolf. Wolf.
Hey, good job, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the wild
Wild
thing.
thing. A jumbo.
The
That's a
jumbo. Yeah,
wild
that's right,
thing.
Lee.
All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Yes. There's a penguin.
Ooh, I
Who
love
ordered
it,
the
man.
penguin? Some of you
Now
are
what's-
seeing your stuff.
Lee's
That's
got
what's
a
so
lot
cool.
of puppets, so
All right.
a
Lee
good
said
chunk of
that's-
this is Lee's.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at the mole hands. Mole hands and feet. Dinkies.
Some dinkies.
These are new ones painted by Wes. I love it. These are great.
They look really good.
Oh, look at all this latex
Oh,
getting
speaking
ready
of
to be
Dino
painted.
Stars,
What? Look at all that. That's the stuff coming yet. It's not even. Look. Whoa. Whoa. What is that?
What is that? Oh
is
my
that?
gosh. Oh my gosh.
There's a tiki with his eyes open, Ryan.
That sounds way more interesting than what we got here, Steve. Let me tell ya.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there, man. That's what's going on in the shop this week.
A lot of stuff,
Yeah.
man.
Just filmed that this morning.
You know, we actually just finished some huge orders. We had a huge order that we've been working on for a
my
long
goodness sakes.
time that just went off to a school.
How many puppets did they order?
Oh gosh.
12?
Teresa would be able to tell us. It was it was for a
Was it 12,
school
Teresa?
program in Wisconsin, and everyone worked around the clock. Made it happen. So yeah, we had a couple of huge orders get out the door.
Look at Teresa here following up with Lee Rademacher. Yep, Lee's Big Bear, Wolf, Wild Thing, and Little Bear. Nailed it.
Oh, come on,
Bam,
Lee.
bam.
Aho, it's going to be such a good day when that shipment gets there. Steve, you know what keeps us in business?
Yeah.
The performers. If I was a talent,
The performers.
if I was a talent agent in like
The
a B movie, that's how
performers.
I'd talk. Hey man, just get out there and perform, because you're a performer. Hey, Molly Axtell said, this seems cool. Thank you, Molly.
Oh, Molly Axtell. That must be a distant relative.
I see
Hello,
your
Molly.
last name, and there's not a lot of Axtells around.
That's right.
So, welcome, Molly.
That's so cool.
Very cool.
All right, well, let's take a look.
Well, I was nailing a transition because performers
you know
are
what?
what?
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Performers are
Yeah.
performers are what's that's that.
That's that. All right, let's
You know
see
who is a performer?
I do know. A guy named
Steve
Steve.
Woyce
and
from
not me.
Joyzy. They call him the Gem of Joyzy. Would you want to check in with him, or do you want me to
Please
keep
do.
saying
He's great.
performer?
Oh my gosh, he's got such a unique take on things. You're gonna love this.
All right,
folks.
let's check
it
in
out.
with our buddy and performer spotlight this week.
Steve Wolf.
Steve, not Wolf, Steve.
Woyce.
Steve Woyce. Performer spotlight.
Hi, my name is Steve Woyce. I am a full-time children's and family entertainer. I live in New Jersey. I perform throughout New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and Delaware. And when I am not performing, I am also the father of...
Dylan. And Derek.
And if I had an Axtell mic mouth, I would have Brandon introduce himself, but I don't, so I will introduce him. This is Brandon. He is 7 months old. What are some things we like to do when we're not out doing shows?
Frog hunting.
Frog hunting,
Playing games.
playing games,
Camping.
camping,
Building.
building things. We're always building things. I became a magician and family entertainer because of my father, Bob Conrad. He's also an Axtell user, so from the time I was younger than these two, I would go out with my father and watch his shows in the summer and on weekends. So that's what got me inspired to doing shows and magic. And actually, some of my shows have been inspired from my boys. Dylan was a big fan of trains. That's where I came up with the magic conductor idea. And Derek, you're a big fan of?
Sharks.
Sharks. So I wrote the magic of sharks. And now we're just going to wait to see what Brandon likes to see what my next big idea is going to be. I am a family entertainer, so I work mostly at schools and libraries. I also perform at children's museums and private parties. Most of my shows are geared towards children between the ages of 4 and 10, so I use lots of Axtell products. This is just a couple of them. I'm a magician mainly, but I like to add some of the puppet characters to the show just to kind of break up the show and give the children something different to see. And there's certain things you can do with a puppet that you can't do alone, so it really adds to the show. I also offer an educational show that doesn't feature magic or puppets. It actually features live turtles and tortoises from around the world. This is my friend Big Red. He is a red-footed tortoise. He is 37 years old. He's been working with me for 15 years. Hi, welcome aboard our magic dining car. This is one of the set pieces for my magic conducting reading adventure shows that I perform for schools, libraries, and children's museums. I play the part of Steve, the magic conductor, and the audience helps search for clues to solve a mystery. And I do use some Axtell products in these shows. Chestnut the squirrel, he is dressed up as a train engineer. I found him hiding in the caboose, and he's always eating my chocolate chip cookies, so he's a big hit in the show. One of the things I love about Axtell's products is they're very easy to customize, a hat, an outfit. There's already so many different puppets and items to choose from that all have unique characteristics, but they're very easy to customize. Another prop I use in this show that has been customized is the Axtell meter, off the meter. I use this, it's been decorated to look like it was made from old train parts, and I use this to charge a volunteer up. So a volunteer will hold each of the two handles, one handle in each hand, and we charge them up so that they can balance a spoon on their nose. A lot of the routines on our dining car show use props that you would find on a dining car, like spoons, and of course when they get overcharged, the meter pops open, and that's how it's been redecorated for the show. So the Axtell products, they're great as they are, and they're also very easy to customize. So I use a lot of different puppets and products that I'll talk about in some of the other questions as well. One of my favorite things I like to hear after a show is when a child comes up and asks if one of the puppets is alive. Whether it's the toucan or the owl or the seal, they have their own personalities, and to a child it's a living, breathing thing. They see that the puppet is usually doing the complete opposite of what I'm asking, just like some of our children's volunteers do. And it just looks perfectly natural to them to believe that it is alive. So that's a fun thing to hear. And from the adults, even though my shows are geared towards children and children audiences, one of the best compliments, and I've heard it many times through the years that I've been a performer, is when an adult will come up, a grandfather, an aunt, an uncle, and they'll say that I made them feel young again. To me, there's nothing more magical than knowing that for that 45 minutes, not only that I entertained the children, but I was able to bring back somebody's own childhood memories, just by them believing in what it is that I'm doing and connecting in that way. So that's really a fun and a fun thing to hear at the end of my show. As performers, we've all had those nightmare events that have occurred at our shows, things that we never expected to happen, but they do. And I actually had something like that happen using an Axtell product. It was back in 2007 with this guy right over here, Sam the Bee. He's always trying to fly away from me when I'm talking to him, kind of like a child, never really listens or pays attention. But Sam the Bee was featured in my Catch the Reading Bug show for libraries back in 2007, and I was near the end of summer, so it was probably the first or second week of August, and I had a mother come up after the show, and she said to me, "Can you show my son that the bee was just a puppet?" And that kind of goes back to what I said earlier. A lot of times kids believe that these things really do have a mind of their own, because that's what we're doing with them. And I brought out Sam the Bee to say hello to the child, and as soon as I brought him out and had him say hello to the child ran screaming out of the room. The mother chased after. I was left there holding Sam the Bee. I quickly put him down, and a few minutes later the librarian came in to find out why there was a child in the library screaming. Long story short, the child was afraid of bees. The funny thing is that what I do with Sam the Bee is he's actually a bee that's afraid of children, so it's a very funny routine that worked all summer. This child not only was afraid of bees, but thought Sam was a real live bee. I didn't know he was afraid during the show. The mother actually had to leave during the show when I used the puppet. I was not aware of that. She came up at the end trying to get her child to realize it was a puppet, but never told me that he was deathly afraid of bees and deathly afraid of Sam the Bee. So naturally, when Sam said hello to the child, he had a second panic attack and ran out of the room. Fortunately, it was a library that I had performed at many times. The librarian was there during the show, and I've been back many times, but it's definitely one of those moments that I never want to experience again. As a performer, I'm always looking to do something different, to do something that nobody else is doing. When I put together my Magic Conductor program, I kind of set myself up with rules. For example, most of my shows, I use a lot of magic words and magic wands. It's what keeps kids laughing, and it gets them engaged, and it allows for a lot of funny moments with audience volunteers, but what I didn't want was that show, for example, to come across as Steve Woyce the magician dressed as a magic conductor. I wanted the show to be different, so I made sure that there were no magic words and no magic wands, two things that I use heavily in my regular shows. So as I look forward to putting new programs together, I'm always trying to look at things that other people aren't doing, and things that are different from the current shows I offer. As I mentioned, my father is an entertainer, a children's entertainer, so there's lots of tricks, routines, and even props. For example, the Axtell drawing board I would never use in my show for the simple fact that many people know my father through that particular prop. So I try to always find props or find ways to make props look different from what other audiences are seeing so that my show stands out. So anything I put together in the future, again, I'll be looking at finding ways to make it different and new and unique to not only my show, but to my audiences.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of Performer Spotlight. So cool.
That rocks.
Thank you, Steve Woyce, for sharing. That is
So
a
great.
terrible story. That nightmare story. That is just very
the
unfortunate.
bee story. Well,
Yeah. But, man, so fun. Hey, and we actually have another interview coming up
Yeah.
in just a bit. Oh, my gosh. Mr. Sid Croft.
Sid Croft.
Now, Steve,
Folks, Pufnstuf, Sigmund and the Sea Monster,
Land of the Lost, Lidsville,
Dino Woman and Electra Girl, Electro Woman and Dino Girl.
nope, getting farther.
No, it's one of those two. It's either Electra Girl and Dinah Woman. That's one I didn't watch. I didn't see that one. Don't know. But, oh my gosh, Banana Splits. So many shows. Great shows.
Oh, I'm pulling up right now.
Yeah. There's even...
Electra Woman and Dinah Girl.
and even DC Follies. I didn't ask
You're right.
him about that. There's so much stuff that you've got to ask him about.
I know, because you grew up on those shows, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, but he's going to come back on the show another time too. Super exciting.
So, yeah, hang in there because we got
That's coming up. But
Sid
right
Croft
now,
coming up. Right now, I am kicking back.
nope.
Gonna open another sparkling.
Nope.
Thank you for our unofficial sponsor, Kirkland Sparkling Water.
You're going to be doing your chores.
I also just
need
watched.
you to get
I also just watched Mayor of
Ryan?
Easttown,
Ryan.
and they say
Ryan?
things like water because
Ryan.
they're from Pennsylvania. So like, hey, I want some water.
Ryan.
What? Do you have some water for me?
Sure, there's some in the green barn.
Okay.
You need to go water the water buffaloes.
Okay, that feels like an addition. And Joe
Cheese-
Bilbo's saying I have to whistle the walruses.
Cheese the goats, whistle the walruses, juggle the frogs, tickle the turtles.
Okay.
There's a lot to do, man. I need you to get going. Put on your best. Like, can you give me a Axtell power clap? Come on.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. I'll see ya afterwards. Got the whole list memorized. All right.
I hope you do.
And now it's time to Ask the Tiki. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire, baby. It's tiki time, baby. I've been waiting in a plane for way too long. It's time to get out of the cargo carriage and get to the question.
All right. I am here with the insider's questions for the Tiki.
All right.
Here's our first one, Mr. Tiki.
Give it to me, baby.
Oh, wonderful Tiki. Have you ever tried to inhale helium and do your act?
Wow, that sounds a bit dangerous.
I've got some helium. Would you like to try it?
Yes, be careful. I think you're bumping the camera, Steve. Maybe just check and see.
Okay. There,
Not
how's
sure.
that? Yeah. Okay. Shall we try it?
Wait, you actually have helium?
Okay.
All right.
Here you go. Open up. Okay. Let me turn it on here. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. It's ticket time, baby. It's ticket time, baby. What you got for me today, baby? Come on, Stevie.
Thank you, Brian, for that question. Here's one from Lee Rademacher.
Yahoo!
Oh, rich and famous Grand Tiki.
Yes, I'm famous, not sure about rich. Wah, 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 wah.
How does it feel to have gained worldwide fame?
Well, it feels pretty great. Oh, the helium's kind of going down now. I'm coming down. It feels pretty great to know that I'm pretty popular. I wish, people would, hit me up a little bit more, at least if I could check my messages. It's hard because I don't have hands, and because I don't have hands, it's really hard for me to...
Check my messages. Oh, the helium's gone. All right. Wow. But no, thank you for making me famous.
That's it.
The problem is my Facebook Messenger box has 9 million unchecked messages. And the iPad that a shipwrecked sailor gave me with a 5G satellite connection is too far away from my trunk laying in the sand. I try to get crabs walking by to touch it with their claws, but the touch screen does not recognize crab claws. And so I try to get them to pick up the flesh of dead animals nearby to then hold to the screen so it thinks it's a finger.
No.
But then it says Face ID or password. And let me just tell you, my face never gets recognized with Face ID.
I'll never get through these questions.
So I've never checked my messages. Give me another hit of that helium.
I don't think you need any more, but here you go. All right.
Okay, baby, what's next?
All right. This is from Sue Johnson.
All right, Sue.
Oh, wonderful Tiki. Do you have a favorite movie or program that you watch?
Well, I really like things on Tidal and Amazon Prime and Hulu, but also Netflix and HBO Max. And a lot of these other streaming platforms have great shows, but I gotta say one of my favorite movies is
That thing you do. That thing you do with Tom Hanks and...
Oh, there it is. I'm back. But I gotta say that thing you do because it's about a band in the 60s with a hit song, a one-hit wonder. The band's called The Wonders, and it's just a great feel-good movie.
All right, great.
Check
Here's
it
one
out.
from Lee Rademacher. Do you have problems maintaining a personal and private life and when you're away from the studio?
Well,
Very
as
good
he
question,
mentioned,
Lee. That's good.
As he mentioned, I'm soups famous. My messenger box is full of 9 million messages, and I guarantee you only 99% of it is spam. But yes, if you see me in a setting, like if I was in Hollywood, walking across a street, of course people are going to notice me. I'm a wooden tiki in the middle of Hollywood. But you go to the island I live on, I'm just another hunk of wood sitting there not far from a forest. No biggie. So it really depends on context.
Very good. Here's one from Brian Jensen.
All right.
Dear Great Tiki, are you tiki-lish?
Am I tiki-lish? Ah, I get it. No, because I don't have nerves.
Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, Yvonne Eliezer.
Eliezer, Steve.
This is Mrs. Eliezer. Can I carve my initials into you?
Wow. We haven't really known each other that long. That's a big sign of commitment.
This is Yvonne's first question. She's already carving into you.
Maybe after 100 questions. But I will keep track. This is number 1.
100 questions, Yvonne. All right. Lee Rademacher has another one here. I know you don't have any arms and hands, but could you please autograph a picture of you for me by holding a pin between your beautiful pearly whites?
Why, no. But what I could do is if you held it up above my flame, I could do Morse code with it.
Really?
Yes, like this. Put it up there.
Okay. What am I putting up? Just an autograph? This isn't a picture of you.
Hi. I burned the word hi. Hold on. Lee. Take it away before it burns. Take it away. Take it away. All right. No, that's it. Hi, Lee. Period. There we go. That's my autograph, baby.
Hi, Lee. Okay. Here's one from Wilma Schwartz.
All right.
Wilma Schwartz is asking, "Oh, great and wonderful Tiki, in your mind, are you a relative of Ricky Tiki Taki?"
Ricky Tiki Taki?
Tavi.
Oh, Ricky Tiki Tavi? The
Tavi.
mongoose who saves the family from a cobra? I love that cartoon.
Tavi. Sorry.
Thank you, Steve. If it's the Ricky Tiki I'm thinking of,
It
I
is.
grew up watching it. And by I grew up watching it, I mean a sailor told me he watched it when he was shipwrecked on my island. And he would draw sand pictures so I would know what was happening. Unfortunately, the artists who made the movie were probably way better than he was at sand drawings. Hey, get that guy out of my face.
Hey, give me fuel, give me fire, give me what I desire.
Who is that doppelganger?
This is your, are you kidding? This doppelganger is going to bring you a lot of money, man.
What do I get
This is-
royalty-wise, Steve?
You do. You get royalties of a certain percent.
I do, with an asterisk next to it.
Yep.
I've yet to see them, because I said, can you just Venmo me? And you're like, oh, I sent you a request. It's just, you got to verify your email address. You just got to verify it for the app to connect, bro. And I was like, you never say,
right.
bro. You're from Ohio. And you're like, yeah, man, it's just Venmo. It's just like, it's crazy, bro. It's such a,
Okay.
it's harshing on this mellow,
All right,
bro. What are you doing?
You're my good friend.
What?
Okay.
Don't worry. Be happy. Be happy now.
Here's another one from Brian Jensen. Tiki, do you get COVID-19 vaccine with a drill or with a syrup tap?
Well, they actually use, whoops.
I mean, sorry, my voice. What kind of voice is this
That was
now?
an air bubble. It hit.
That was an air bubble.
The air bubble hit your lungs.
But this voice is kind of like, I don't want to be a dentist. Oh, well, what was the question? How do I get COVID shots? Well, they actually use a small charge of black powder packed into a bag because
The last people here on the island who knew what they were doing were pirates, and so
Yes, they leave chunks of gunpowder wrapped in cloth around. And so a doctor flew in on a chopper. No, it wasn't Schwarzenegger, but flew in, and of course they didn't bring a drill, but they found the black powder. They used a stick of bamboo, and for 40 days they spun it quickly to drill a hole slightly into me, 1/4 of an inch.
For 40 days?
And after that, they said, forget that. And they just lit the powder, blew off a chunk in the back of my head. And then they just stuck in, they just poured a bottle of liquid on it. But to be fair, I've never been sick.
Oh, well, that's good. That's a good thing.
It is very
So
good.
I've also been vaccinated.
Hopefully it was less painful than black powder
Yes.
and pirates.
Here's one from Colin Elazer.
Oh, is he not related to Eliezer? Sounds like it must be a different family
When
based on
is
the
the last
pronunciation
time
of
you
the
saw
names.
the sun? Do you need it for chlorophyll?
Why, yes. Thank you for understanding how live trees work. I, in fact, am a dead tree because I have been cut, which is why I can travel, yet somehow stay animated. So no one really knows the magic or power source of the tiki, but no one cares as long as it benefits them.
Well, I tell you
Sorry,
what.
that was a bit passive-aggressive.
That was. Here's one from Steve Petra, regardless of what it is.
Steve Petra
Oh,
from Long
great.
Island.
From Long Island. Oh, great Tiki.
Yes.
If there was Tiki money, who would be on the $100 bill?
Oh, you mean tiki coin? Come on. Tikis are progressive. We wouldn't have dollar bills. We'd be on the crypto craze. Tiki coin is probably already out there. You can invest in it using Robinhood or whatever apps you like to use. Even the Cash App will let you invest. I mean, we're kind of taking over where Dogecoin left off. Because
Teeking
we're
over?
actually...
You're
What?
Teeking over? Teeking over?
We're teeking over. But yes, hop on the Tiki coin, invest, make your own coin based on our blockchain. It's
So
going to be
Tiki
great.
coin is the new cryptocurrency. Got
It's
it.
blowing up. Elon Musk just invested $9 bajillion in it.
Bajillion.
Bajillion.
Here's
It's a
one
new
from-
currency for when he goes to the moon and Mars.
Oh, interesting. And Wolfie will be on that trip.
He will. He's paying for it with Tiki coin.
Wow. Here's one from Bruno Soar.
Okay.
Oh, great and wise wooden pole.
Hey.
Do you have nightmares about being infested with termites?
That's a bit personal. I mean, do you call them nightmares or night terrors or waking nightmares? However you slice it, Steve.
Or
yes,
are you
I do.
infested with termites?
I'm not. I'm not. But I'm fearful of it. But I need to face my fears. So, Joe Rogan, bring in the termites. Because fear is not a factor for me. Hoogalaka, 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 hoogalaka.
Oh, okay. Here's another one from Steve Petra.
Steve Petra.
Do you have a bucket? And if so, what is on your bucket list?
Ah, nice. You guys love puns. And by you guys, I mean guys named Steve. Well, I once had a bucket, and I put a list in it. Well, actually, a shipwrecked sailor did for me. And then there was a hole in my bucket, and the list came out, got wet, disintegrated, and then a local volcano blew up, and lava melted the bucket. So, in short, no, I don't have a bucket, and I don't have a list. And if I did, my list would say, get a new bucket.
All right.
Oh, Steve, I don't know. One more time.
This is a wacko night, so take another hit on this.
All right.
Okay.
I thought helium was expensive.
It is. I have one more question. This one from Mark Krister on Instagram. How old are you, Tiki?
Well, that guy sounds like he's old as dirt. But you know what? I'm a lot older. I'm between 36 and 36 million years ago. The hard thing is we don't really keep track with the birth certificates. We don't really have birth certificates.
But we do try to count raw. It's gone. The potency is running out, Steve. But you know what? A little while ago, he can wait. A little while ago, a branch fell off.
Ryan.
And we counted the rings.
Ryan's
and it
coming.
said, oh, fine, I'll save a heartfelt story where you actually want to get to know me for another time.
Hey, Rye. How are you?
This has been another episode of
Ask the Tiki.
Hello, Ryan.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, man.
Do you chores?
Man, it's all done.
What is?
It's all done, man.
It's?
I completed the tasks.
What tasks?
All of them, man.
All
Everything
of
you
what?
asked me to do is completed.
You shuck the
Oh,
snakes?
sorry, Steve. I'm on the phone. Yeah. Okay, thanks. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry, I was wrapping up a call with.
What call?
Oh, now my music's going off.
What are you doing?
Sorry, man. Someone else had asked me to do a list of things. I had to tell them that I completed their list. So I was talking to the person on the phone, not you.
You completed someone else's list?
Yeah,
Did you shuck the snakes?
Define. Did you?
Did you bloat the bowls?
No. Define like did.
Are the snakes shucked?
Every snake in the world? No, every snake in the world is not
In the
shucked,
green barn.
Steve.
Are the bulls bloated?
Could
Are the turtles tickled?
there even be?
Are the frogs
could there be
juggled?
okay? Could there be a snake that snuck into the barn
Did you
that
not
didn't
do
get
your
shucked?
chores?
Again, define. Did you,
All right, it's fine.
Steve? Hold on.
It's fine.
I believe in the many universe theory, which means in some universe I did the chores.
Hey, Sid Croft is coming
Hold on.
up.
Knowing that, Steve.
Sid Croft is coming up. He's our special guest for tonight. I don't need a lot of the excuses that you're giving.
That Ryan, in some universe, in an infinite number of options, did the chores. That takes the pressure off me needing to do them now. Steve, it's science. Oh my gosh. We have a top secret update.
Yeah.
Would you like to check it out?
Sure.
All right. Check out this inside top secret project that we want to show you.
Okay, here we go. This was the Ohio Lottery money bag. They wanted us to do a commercial for them, make a puppet for the commercial. And these are some of the drawings that they submitted to us of the money bag, the talking money bag. And it was for their lottery. You'll see the commercial at the end here. These are the first prototypes that we did for them.
They're trying to figure out if they wanted bags under the eyes.
Yeah. Get it? Bags under the eyes. These are the animatronics that are inside of it because we had moving eyes, blinking eyelids, and...
they actually didn't blink. This one, they moved left and right.
And the eyebrow went up and down, that big brow on the bag. Hi, Steve Axtell here. This is Money Bag, and I wanted to show you a few of the features about him. First of all, the money clip is up here. I got a couple bucks in here, which I'll donate to the cause, but it was my last 20, so I'll keep the rest. The little clips are in here, and you can just use those to clip your hundreds and fives and tens, whatever you're going to do. I recommend that you put a bunch of them together like this, bend them so that they're more three-dimensional, like a rose, you know, filled out, and then you use the little clip to clip that like that on there. So that's the money clip. The mouth position for the hand, the puppeteer will operate it like this. He can use his thumb on the other side if he wants to, or he can go like this. So I would position him down below the couch with a hole going through the couch cushion like this, and then a monitor where he could see his work down here or over there. But he would be able to puppeteer it like this with the transmitter in the other hand. So this is the transmitter, and let me do the mouth here for you, just to show you. So you go into the tube, put your fingers into the mouth plate, and in there is a thumb loop for your thumb. On this side, there's a loop here for your thumb, and then you put your 4 fingers in the mouth, and depending on the action, if you don't want it to be too big of a movement, you just move it smaller. But Mike is a great puppeteer and will do a good job for you. Wobbling it back and forth gives a lot of action while he's sitting on the couch and talking, which you can do when you've got something to rest it on. It's a fairly heavy puppet, but it's going to be sitting because of the mechanics and the electronics in it. And then once it's bound, you can move the eyes here and the brow here. So with the mouth, the brow, and the eyes, you have a lot of animation. Plus you can move the bag physically left to right as you're manipulating it. It'll take Mike some time to get used to all of this. Normally a puppet mouth is operated this way. This is upside down, but it gives a really nice effect.
I don't get it. Why does everybody like the big lottery?
Just because I'm not $1 million price doesn't mean I'm worthless. We middle prices get zero respect. We're worth hundreds, even thousands. I mean, I'm a handsome bag of money. And there's $110 million worth of us in the Ohio Lottery Cash Celebration scratch-off alone. Plus, the odds of winning are off the chart. 1 in 3.
Play the $30 cash.
So
There it is.
I love it. What a fun project that was. Yeah. The Ohio Lottery.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love it. Speaking of, there we go. Speaking of loving it, Steve, it is time.
Oh, now our special guest.
It is time.
Okay, folks. If you are a boomer and you lived through the 70s, and I mean, who isn't a boomer that has lived through the 70s?
I was wondering the same thing.
Even if you aren't a boomer and you're a millennial, you still know a few of them, like Land of the Lost. Those come up later, yeah, in their career.
Yeah.
And there's a reboot right now on Netflix of Sigmund and the Sea Monster, Ryan.
I did not know that, man. Super
I know.
cool.
It's really cool. And they had a Pufnstuf movie. Pufnstuf, come on. H.R. Pufnstuf.
That is cool, man.
This is the greatest greatest collection of entertainment. 27 series.
It's amazing.
And when I say series, each one could have 27 episodes.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
What was your favorite, like as a kid? Before I'm going to roll Sid's interview.
Pufnstuf. Yeah.
Was that? Okay.
Yeah, that was
That's the
one.
magic flute, right?
That was the one. Jimmy had the magic flute. There was Witchy Poo. So many great ones. And then the banana splits. Even before that,
Okay.
Sid designed the banana splits for Hanna-Barbera, but the banana split show was incredible.
Yeah. That was the band, right?
Huh?
Different band members?
Yeah, and they
there's like a
rode
beagle
around on dune buggies.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, it was so incredibly 70s. Everything they did, incredible. We're going to interview Sid Croft right now. This is incredible, folks. I'm glad you're here. You're seeing it for the very first time.
All right.
Oh my gosh, it's Sid Croft. I can't believe this. There's only one way to introduce Sid Croft, and that is with this.
Oh my God! Thank you for the gong. Yeah, that's great. Should I tell you what that was all about?
Yes, please do.
Okay, the first agent that I had was in New York. I was 14, and he was in the Brill Building in New York, and he had tiny little office. He had 2 pictures on the wall, a pad, and a phone that you dialed, hand dialed. And I auditioned for him with my Victrola. And
What?
Yeah. And well, that was my music at that time. And when I finished, he said, you know what? A puppet act, I can't book a puppet act. I like what you just showed me, but that word is for little children. And he said, I booked like nightclubs and club dates and a nightclub, I'm only 14 years old. I can't work in a nightclub, and he booked the Catskill Mountains and stuff like that.
Okay.
It was $10 a show, usually, that you would make. Okay, so he said to me, you got to come up with something for me to sell that act. I don't want to say the word puppet. And at 14 years old, I don't know where it came from. I said, the unusual artistry of Sid Croft. And
just like that.
Well, I'm not sure. Don't give me that much credit.
That is amazing.
I don't know how smart I was. Yeah.
And so you carried around this gong with you on your road trips, right?
Well, yeah, but that was much later.
Oh, okay.
Way down the line. After, I don't know, it was probably the 5th act that I had. Now I was beginning to work with huge stars.
Wow.
And of course, Judy Garland.
Oh my gosh.
But it was way before Judy Garland.
Yeah.
I think before I went to Paris, because I was booked into the Lido in Paris for a year. I changed my whole act. You keep elevating. We all do. And so I came up with the idea. First of all, I hated MCs to come out and introduce you. Direct from Radio City Music Hall, let's give them a big hand. I hated that. So whoever I followed, the stage went dark and a voice off stage said, ladies and gentlemen, the unusual artistry of Sid Croft. Then we hit this gong that I bought in Paris from the Paris Symphony Orchestra. I know it was stolen because I only paid $200 for it, or maybe $100.
Oh my gosh!
And it was huge, and it really got everybody's attention. We only hit it once, but I traveled with it.
You're the grandfather of puppetry.
I am.
You are, yeah, the godfather of puppetry. I mean, anything that you want to be, you kind of started it all for us, and it's so exciting to see what has happened over the years with your career. It's so vast. I don't know how we're going to cover it. We won't. But
well, no, but Steve, you know, I'm working with David Copperfield, and the reason that I mention him, I never met him before, but I followed his career because it was just like mine. I knew, you know, he started as a ventriloquist. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. I knew that.
Yeah. And he sucked at it. He told me that, you know. But magic was just like puppets in the backyard for a little birthday party or whatever. And he took it into the adult world. And that is where I took it. My act, you know, why did I play the leading clubs in the world? And why did all the stars want me for an opening act? Because I didn't interfere with their act, because I didn't sing, I didn't dance, you know, and I didn't take anything away from them. It was all visual. And my music was 95% of the act. It was incredible because Henry Mancini, his arranger, wrote the music to my act.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the 50s. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it was the music that all the bands and orchestras waited for me to come back, because they loved playing my charts because they were complicated. And the music, well, we know when we go to see a movie, it's the music and the sound effects that.
So when you would perform, it would be a live orchestra?
Oh, always. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I mean, I started with a Victrola, you know, but I'm going to admit something in today.
Okay.
You've got the hot news. This is the red phone. I was not a good puppeteer, and I admit that.
What?
I wasn't great. No, I was, and I'm proud to say, an incredible showman.
Yes.
I just and my whole career, you know, that's what God blessed me with, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I still, at my age, I'm still working. I don't know. Kelly will be my witness. Kelly is next to me, and Kelly is my backbone. You know.
Oh, that's
Kelly
awesome.
Kelly is awesome.
I know Kelly from your show on Sundays. Every Sunday at 3:00.
3:00
on Instagram.
Live. Yeah, you know, I've had some great guests on. If you've been watching, you know.
Yes, I have. You had David Copperfield and
yeah, and Paul Rubin.
That's right. Oh, Pee Wee, my goodness.
Yeah, the list goes on. Well, I've been on for a year now, so.
Yeah. I watched for most of it. Tell me, now Paul Rubin is a good friend of yours.
Yes,
and when his show was in development, were you involved at all with the puppets or characters?
On his second season, he was in New York on his first season. His second season, he did. We never met him before.
Okay.
I did go to see Pee Wee's Playhouse at the Roxy. It's a club on Sunset. And I went to see his show, which I flipped over, but it was very adult. And I really blew it because I said, you know, it's adult. And if you're looking for me to bring that to children's television, there's no way that they're going to, you know, buy this. Well, you see, I'm not right all the time, you know, just some of the time. Yeah. So, okay, back to the story. When he moved out here, he reached out to us to produce his show, his second season. And I honestly, he doesn't remember, and I don't either, why. We were on overdrive. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Oh
we
yeah.
have so much going, and I don't know. Maybe my brother asked for too much, or what? I don't know. I can't answer that. You know, but we're great friends, and he constantly says that the images from H.R. Pufnstuf is where he got the idea
Absolutely. Yeah.
of doing Pee Wee's Playhouse. Well, the images from The Wizard of Oz gave me the idea to do Pufnstuf. So yeah, we're always swiping from
That's
each
right.
other. Yeah.
Boy, being influenced, it's just incredible. And that's what I mean by you as the grandfather of puppetry. You just your ideas just roll down into so much of our work and so much of our inspiration. It's just incredible to be talking to you, Sid. I have
That's
to
a
say.
great compliment. You know,
I'm fanboying out right now. Sorry.
no, thank you so much. You know, it's crazy because I go out of town and I hand somebody my credit card, you know, and they freak out. It freaks me out. At Comic-Con, we've been going there for 50 years. Every single year,
Wow.
we do a panel, and those are all adults, and they, you know, it's just, it's mind-boggling how they remembered all the characters, the songs. You know, it's I'm amazed all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, just going through the list of HR Pufnstuf, just right there, that was probably the one that was most meaningful to me growing up.
Wow.
I watched that thing so much. Jimmy and his flute and Jack Wilde. Those characters are so amazing, and it's so much like in your face. That's the styling, the open mind that you had, the filter free, just going for it. All of your stylings have such a look to them.
Well, Steve, I got to tell you something. We were scared to death when we created. God, do we have an animal on our roof? I just heard.
You're gonna have to edit this part out.
Okay,
Was that Harley?
Weird. That was really weird.
No,
okay, I know what's going on my roof. I'm getting a new waterfall. You know,
okay.
It's going to come from my roof into my pool.
Oh my gosh.
They're installing it today. And so they're up there, the crew.
All right.
Okay. But we were very worried because Pufnstuf really came from a puppet show. It was for the Coca-Cola Company in the San Antonio World's Fair in their pavilion. We did a show 12 times a day. It was 25 minutes long. And all those characters really came from that show. After we did the banana split.
Oh my gosh, the banana splits.
Yeah. Well, we did.
What strong characters.
Well, that was our first attempt. And well, not because we didn't own that. That was Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera. But they brought you in to style it, right? Or design it?
Yeah, and build it. They knew nothing. We know they made animated cartoons, right?
Yeah.
So when that all happened, the head of television of NBC, the president, was really worried about the banana splits because nothing like that had ever been done.
Ever.
And evidently they put up a lot of money for the idea, and they really honestly didn't think it was going to work. So they showed up every day while we were building it, putting our people in the costume, showing them how real it can be and the movement that we could get, and we built costumes before for the puppet shows because I always had a live person. The audience never knew that. A little person that was as big as the puppets.
To surprise them.
Yeah. Well, they always thought it was radio controlled.
Okay.
Nobody knew. No one knew. the press, the audience never knew. You know, I love fooling them, you know.
Yeah.
And so what happened was the head of programming said to Marty and myself, you guys are totally insane. And you should come up with your own television show. Well, that's all you have to say to me, you know.
Oh my gosh.
One word. And of course I borrowed from that show that was in San Antonio because it was easier to come up with an idea after most of those characters were developed, but in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it wasn't on Living Island or anything like that.
Right, right. Were those, was that show with Coca-Cola, was that your design, your show, your puppet show?
Oh, yeah, well, for 9 years, Coca-Cola sponsored in every Six Flags, Kings Island, there were other theaters. They sponsored a theater that sat 1,200 people.
Wow.
And we did this big epic puppet show. You never saw one, right? You ever see at Six Flags or whatever? Oh, they were like an acid trip. That's
a friend of mine, John Hardman, worked for you
at
Dallas. And he was such a good friend, and he told me all about his experiences working with you.
Oh no, it was a trip. You know, we just blew you're dealing with little kids, teenagers, not little kids, in an amusement park. They're not interested in a puppet show. I mean, that'd be the last thing that they'd go see because they want to get on the thrill rides.
Yeah.
You know, there's 90 rides for them to get on. Well, they stood in line for hours trying to get into the puppet show because it was like Yellow Submarine, you know.
Wow.
It was like the
psychedelic.
Music. Yeah, it was very, very, yeah. Well, and one thing that I always loved doing is, of course, there was a show in a proscenium, but a lot of it happened in the audience, you know, a lot of it. You know, the walls, the ceilings, all kinds of things. The first show we did at Six Flags, the show opened up with a flying saucer that flew from the back of the theater right over their heads.
Over their heads.
My stage manager said, those are kids, they're gonna pull it down. I said, if it sucked, they would pull it down, but it's gonna blow them away. Nobody ever touched it, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. No,
that's truly amazing.
The lower, the better, you know? I just kept saying, lower, lower, lower. I have guts. Yeah.
So many stories. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Those characters was Pufnstuf after Sigmund or Sigmund after Pufnstuf?
No. Pufnstuf was our very first show.
Yours. Okay.
Then came the Bugaloos. And then
the Bugaloos, yeah.
Lidsville. And then came Sigmund, and then came Land of the Lost. And then, you know, Electra Woman, Diner Girl, all those other shows.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay.
There were 26, so, you know, shows.
26 shows?
26 series. Well, we did Donnie Marie, the Brady Bunch Hour, Barbara
Mandrell. Yeah.
Yeah. And Pink Lady.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
We did. We had some bummers there. There were some that were flops, but
now,
but they all live in a capsule right now. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I hope they're protected.
A time capsule. Yeah.
Damn capsule. Yes. Well, they are. They are definitely in my time capsule. Okay, Sigmund and the Sea Monster. That character, especially the first suit, was so enchanting. I don't know what happened later that it had to replace the suit, right? It got simpler or something.
No, are you talking about the reboot when
Yeah. Well, I like the original one where it had like a Beach Boys theme song. The real one, the original.
Yeah. No, you know, the reboot that's on now on Amazon. Yeah. It's on Amazon. I really didn't have that much to do with it, you know, because I was
licensed it. Yeah.
No. Well, of course we do license it, but you know, I don't like once the original, and I've done it, and I don't like to do it again. You know, it's there. It turns into a jewel. I like going on. I like doing something different. You know, we've tried so many times to do a movie of Pufnstuf. It was at every studio. They just couldn't get it right. And, you know, the Pufnstuf, all of them, they're very difficult properties to try to turn into movies.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what did George Lucas do? The duck thing? What was that called? Something the duck?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Well, that was his big flop.
The duck we no longer speak of.
Well, no, I mean, putting on the screen, you know, well, of course we did the Pufnstuf movie and, you know, and it worked, you know, it really worked because it was close to the television series. It was the following year and it
was a different voice, wasn't it?
Yeah, Marty, to this day, I don't know what happened. Marty had a fight, some kind of not a fight, but disagreement with Lenny Weinreb, who I found him. Lenny Weinreb did
a lot of voices
for all my puppet shows. Yeah. And that's why I reached out to him to write the script of Pufnstuf, because he had the greatest child mind, you know, and even in the puppet shows, you know, I would write a script. I mean, there was very little dialogue. They were all musicals, and he came in and, you know, and went 1,000 times higher with it. You know, he's that kind of a performer. You know?
That's great. I got to ask you about Lidsville. It's one of the wackiest shows ever.
The kookiest.
I just love it.
The kookiest. I wrote that song.
Yeah?
With Les Sarvis, who wrote the music for Pufnstuf, and all the songs. And then when we did Lidsville, I wrote the lyrics. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's a great song. And then the whole journey, it actually had a lot of intensity and scary parts in it and stuff. I remember being frightened of it as a kid.
Well, didn't Disney? I'm not comparing anything with Disney.
Absolutely.
But Disney always scared the hell out of kids.
That's right. Yeah.
Right at the
I'm saying that's what I liked about it.
The mother died or the father died.
Right.
You know, right at the top. You know, that was frightening for a kid.
I wonder if David Copperfield was like tickled by that as he watched that as a young man. I would think.
He knows all the lyrics. Every time I talk to him, he says it's the cuckoo kookiest. He knows all the words.
Yeah.
No, do you know him?
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. Yeah.
He's a trip.
He is. He likes my animatronic parrots and macaws and stuff.
Wow, how cool. Yeah. Because he's got some animatronics.
Yes, he sure does.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are working on a special project coming up.
Oh, no, it's bigger than the word special. It's huge. Yeah. And
cool.
And we're getting close to it.
Good.
I
can't wait to hear news.
Yeah. Well, soon. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It could be weeks, it could be a month, but it's
So
close.
you're writing, you're always working. Here you are at what age?
Next month, 92.
92, and you're pushing the envelope. You're
I
in
am?
production.
No,
And
no,
you just
no. You know what? I want to tell everybody out there right now, don't ever retire.
there you go.
because That'll kill you. Don't do it because, you know, when you go away with your creative mind and switch everything off and just sit there and drink beers and watch, you know, television, you know, no.
Yeah,
You know, I have never stopped working
you're amazing.
since I'm 10 years old. 10. And I supported my family.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh.
was very concerned about that. Nobody in my whole family, including my brother Marty, knew anything about show business.
Mm.
Anything.
Mhm.
I mean, when he joined me, he was only 19 years old, but he was a car salesman.
What year was that?
1958.
58. He was a car sales. That's when I was born.
Really?
And he was a car
used-
salesman.
Not even not a good car, a used car sales. So, yeah, God, I love your characters behind you.
Oh, thank you.
They're incredible.
Here's my Land of the Lost.
Wow. Oh, he's great. Oh my God, I love
Isn't that
him.
fun?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
And I don't know what the hell you're doing with that guy to my right with the blonde
Oh.
wig
We're
on.
replacing him.
Yeah.
I've got
No,
Biden.
that's a great puppet.
Thank
It's
you.
Great. No, you really captured him. Yeah.
Oh, thanks so much. Just so much of this is emboldened by the fact that as a child, I saw what you did and I saw what Jim Henson did. And I'm like, there's no way I'm not going to do that. I have to do this.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all, I mean, you know, I love on America's Got Talent or a lot of other shows when a little kid comes on and he's 10 years old and they always ask him, where did you get the idea? What made you do this? He said, I saw it on who knows where, on television. I saw it. Well, that's how I started.
That's right.
I saw a clown that blew up a balloon. I thought it was a real little person. I cried when the balloon broke. They threw me out of the theater, you know, but that's why I got into puppetry.
Wow.
At 10 years old. I'm going to be talking to a little girl that's nine years old today. And she belongs to the Puppeteers of America.
Oh, wonderful.
And she's got like 4 characters that she created. She's going to show them to me.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
I can't wait. 9 years old, you know?
Yeah, Darcy Lynn just won America's Got Talent and as a ventriloquist. And I make puppets for these people, Terry Fader and
wow, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's wonderful. But we have another thing in common that's very unusual. You were working, I understand, with Magic Leap.
Oh yeah. For almost 4 years.
This augmented reality headset, I've got 2 of them.
Oh, you do?
And I've heard Rennie speak, but I did not know that you were involved. Tell me what you did.
Okay, this is what happened. I'll try to make it short because about 6, maybe 7 years ago, my neighbor, her grandfather, her grandfather did The Wizard of Oz. He produced it. And,
wow.
And her husband called me one night. They're real great friends of mine. They almost live in walking distance, you know, to my house.
Oh, wow.
And well, nobody walks in California. We get in our car, you know, and
sometimes they stall.
and they stole. He called me one night and he said, there are these 3 gentlemen from Florida and they're all fans of yours. And can I bring them over to your house? And I said, I don't know why the phone's ringing because I don't know anybody. You know, it probably you know,
just a second.
they're looking for, yeah. Okay, Kelly's handling it. Okay, this was at night. I said, I'm having dinner and I'd rather, you know, no. I said no. And he said, wait a minute. It's going to blow you away what they're going to show you. That's all you have to say to me because I'm so damn curious, right? And so they came over and he opened up Roni, who invented, you know, the robots that operate on people. Did you know that?
I did. I knew he was involved in some of that, but I didn't know he invented it. Wow.
Oh, yeah. And sold that company for God only knows, you know, and then got into this. This was his next dream.
Augmented reality, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but it's way beyond that.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so they came over. He opened up a book, and there was a dinosaur. And then he opened up his laptop, and the dinosaur walked into the laptop. And I backed up, and I said, I remember, I said, who the hell are you, David Copperfield? I didn't even know David Copperfield at that time.
Oh, wow.
Well, anyway, the next day he asked me, called me and said, would you come on board? Because we have Peter Jackson and Spielberg and George Lucas. I said, why would you put me in that kind of a
come on, Sid.
No, but wait a minute. And I said, I don't know what the hell I would do for you. If you know, if you want to give me something, I have to give you something in return. I just can't take it. That's not me, you know. And so he kept after me, and of course, being curious, I did research on it, and it really intrigued me because, come on, let's face it.
It's amazing.
I was in vaudeville. I was in burlesque. I was in an ice show. I was in a circus. I was in a carnival. I was, you know, I played all over the world. But technology, I don't even know how to work my phone to this day. You know, just my common phone. And
but they wanted your creativity. Obviously.
Yeah. Okay, and it went on for I don't know how many years. He finally called me and said, the window is closing. And they offered me, you know, stock in the company. And I said, I'll take it. Because I know exactly what I can do for you, you know, because I've got these things that have been flying in my mind for years. And, you know, and
it's a new platform. Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to do for you is what I did for my company. I'm going to create 150 characters for you. But it's going to, you know, one might be a movie and a television show and an animated movie and, you know, and it's the characters because they did approach me and they wanted to license our characters. And I said, what do you want those old characters for? You need to have your own, you know, because your invention is your own. And, you know, to be licensing my characters that are 50, 60 years old, I don't understand that. Okay, so anyway, I started I have 4, oh my God, incredible properties. You know, I mean, when I do a property, it's not just a piece of paper. I do a book with all the characters. Beautiful book.
Yeah.
And that's how we sold all of our shows, you know. And we never did a pilot. We
took in a book. That's
book,
right. I remember hearing that.
and we would have the executives, you know, and I'd be the little kid sitting on the floor, and they'd sit around, and I'd show them the pictures and tell them a story, because nobody reads. You know that.
Yeah.
We all know that. That's the problem with the world. That, you know, they should spend a little more time, especially kids, reading, and it's educational, right? You learn things.
But you knew that, and you brought the book and read it to them in the meetings. That's just brilliant.
Well, and they were looking at pictures.
Yeah.
Incredible pictures.
Picture books. Yeah.
And I still do that to this day for Magic Leap and for my new property. Oh my God, it's a killer. The book.
Can't wait.
The deck. Now they call them a deck. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh, so exciting.
Hey, everybody listening out there, do they believe anything I say? I make it all up.
They probably can't.
I live in Hollywood, and you know how people exaggerate. You know?
Not you. There's nothing you could really say that would be an exaggeration.
Oh yeah, are you kidding?
Can you make something up?
No, I don't, because my career has been so solid, so long, that the reason I'm on Instagram, by the way, tune in, because it's really interesting to hear how I got there. Because when I do lectures at theater art department in colleges, they don't want to hear how successful you are. They want to hear how you got there.
That's right.
Help me.
The journey, the struggle.
Yeah. They want to know, you know, I'm being educated in school, and I'm getting all the information I can gather, but how do I use all that? How did you get your first job? How did you keep elevating? You know?
Yes, exactly.
And you know what?
You kept plussing all through the entire career.
Also, one thing, just a few words, you have to follow your heart, you know, and be very focused, because that is the problem with a lot of people. You know, it's just concentrating on your idea and getting it made. But if you're all over the place, you drop that idea and go to another idea. For me, I'm just giving everybody my experience, you know.
Absolutely. What great words of encouragement. Anything that, like everybody that's watching right now is a performer in their own right. They're ventriloquists, puppeteers, magicians, clowns, jugglers, balloon artists. With that in mind, and the fact that you are one of us, you are a variety arts performer as well as a producer now. I don't know if you're still performing, but you're certainly producing.
No, I wish I was. I mean, I stopped in 1959. My last engagement was at the big hotel in San Francisco, and with Tony Martin and Sid Charisse. That was it wasn't called the Roosevelt. It was called I don't know.
Yeah.
The Fairmont. The Fairmont up on top of the hill, and they had a great showroom. I loved their showroom, and that was my last. You know, and the last string that I pulled, I know I was crying on stage, but you know.
But then you went into production. And
so Les Poupées de Paris. So it was like, you know, the next elevation. You know, the next step.
What was most of your activity for these shows that produced? Was the time period of Sid and Marty Krofft the 70s and 80s or 60s?
Well, Marty joined me in 58.
58.
I was still performing for one more year, but he didn't join me as a puppeteer.
No.
He was my assistant.
Right.
He handed me off stage, the next puppet. And then Les Poupées de Paris happened after that. And Les Poupées de Paris, of course, he didn't have the background of any of that showmanship or anything.
Sure.
I did the music, every drop. I directed it. Tony Urbano, I love him. He built the most beautiful, sexy marionettes because it was for adults only. You had to be 21. It ended up playing to 9.5 million people. So
wow.
Free, yeah. So
oh my gosh, this has been incredible, Sid.
Where's the money?
Yeah.
All these things. I should be rich, shouldn't I? Wow. I can't figure out what happened. But I'm healthy and I'm still here.
Oh my gosh, you look great.
Don't get too carried away.
Yeah.
It's not all about money, You
have a star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah. Last year we got that. We were the last. Yeah, we were the last one. We got a Lifetime Achievement Emmy. They didn't give that many, So
that's just incredible.
I'm pretty high, yeah.
you have had and are continuing to have one of the biggest careers in show business. But one thing I wanted to mention, one of your real efforts was to create a workshop, right?
Oh yeah, it was called the Show Business Factory.
Show Business Factory.
And 250 people worked there.
All different departments?
Oh yeah, a great art department, every department.
Wow.
Yeah, everything. We had a big shop in the back. We built a big portion of the original electric parade at Disneyland there.
Oh my gosh.
And we did Disney On Parade, which was their big Roy Disney show that traveled in arenas.
Oh yeah.
We built that whole show.
Were you a friend of Renee's?
Of course. Oh my God, I love Renee. And what a great puppeteer.
Yeah.
Great manipulator.
Yes.
Oh, boy, nobody could get near him.
I know. When you were mentioning the little clown blowing up the balloon.
Yeah, of course.
A classic bit, but Renee did a great job with that too.
Oh my God, I love Renee. Thank you for bringing his name up. Steve Ehlers, do you know him?
No.
He was the art director. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know one art director you worked with, Kirk Axtell.
Oh yeah.
Land of the Lost, right?
Yeah, Kirk. Oh yeah, yeah.
I think he might be one of my distant relatives. Same name, Axtell.
Well,
yeah. I'm going to try to find out.
I mean, you can find out who your ancestors are today.
Yeah.
They'll have to spit inside of a little tube and they'll tell you everything.
Wow.
I did that. Kelly gave me that for Christmas. And
that's
walked out of the room because she said, there's one thing I can't stand in life is spitting. I spit in the tube, So.
Oh my God. And, Kelly, can you come on camera with Sid?
Yeah.
Sure.
Kelly, no, don't put your...
Yes, I am not dolled up.
Oh,
yeah.
He's vaccinated, so are you.
I know, that is true.
Yeah,
that's right. Kelly, your laugh is insatiable. It's just incredible. And every single Sunday, it's one of the highlights of Sid's show. Not only his guests, but your laugh and your being there.
Loves her. They love her. They mention her, in all the remarks that they send me.
Yeah.
Her name. She has taken all the glory away from me. She gets like top billing. You know what I mean? She wiped me out.
I'm the stage mom is what I am. I tell him all the time. It's like he was the youngest puppeteer. I'm now billing him as the oldest puppeteer. We're sending him back on the road. He's gonna do opening days for like Billie Eilish.
Oh my gosh. That's fun.
I am. Oh my God. David keeps wanting me to come to Vegas. He said, I'll send my private plane. You've got
Oh my gosh, do it.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Do it.
Well, no, I'm too busy right now.
Yeah. All right. All right. You are amazing. You're amazing. We'll watch your show every Sunday at 3 p.m.
3 o'clock.
on Instagram.
Yes, yeah.
At Sid Croft.
And it's 2 F's and 1 T. Yeah.
2 F's and 1 T. Yeah.
1 T.
Fa-fa.
Hey, thank you so much, Steve. You are awesome. Anytime
I appreciate
you want me to come on and give you more dialogue.
Oh, I'd love to. I have 2 more pages. I had a blast. I had an absolute blast.
Me too. Thank you so much, everybody.
Man, what a cool interview.
Wasn't that something?
I mean, legend.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Krofft.
all the stuff that he's worked on.
Oh my gosh.
I had no
Great
idea
stuff.
his company worked on the Electric Parade.
I know. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
There's so many things he's touched over the years. We didn't even get to talk about DC Follies or
That's right.
a lot of the psychedelic questions that people have about the productions. Next time. We're going to have
it.
Sid wants to come back, so we're going to have him back for a part 2. That's going to be super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, what would be really fun is if you guys dug into like 1 or 2 shows. Like if you were able to do a couple episodes.
Yeah.
You know, and like only talk about Land of the Lost and like just
Pufnstuf.
stories of like the cast and working
Yeah.
on, you know. I'd love to dig into one.
Yeah,
one
DC
show.
Follies is a show that I have a couple connections with. One of them is Randy Semper, a good friend of mine in Las Vegas, who built the mechanics for Alf, the puppet.
Oh,
Alf.
yeah.
He did all of the puppets, like 127 puppets for DC Follies. And I was talking to him today about possibly interviewing him. Really interesting stuff. And he made those for Sid Croft. Randy also did a ton for Rick Baker with the Gorillas in the Midst and stuff.
Okay.
But anyway, Sid and his brother Marty, an amazing, amazing team. Well, my gosh, my friends, I hope you shared it because there's no time now to share. We are going to be
that's
doing
right,
a
giveaway time
of this cup right here.
I'm going to pull up some names.
The Axtell Expressions cup, and we are building innovations to help you entertain the world.
I wonder who's going to get it this time around.
We'll find out.
All right, I'm getting our cash. Let's
All right,
see.
cashing it up.
All right, I got 36 shares.
All right, super.
You got them all loaded up. And all they have to do is pay shipping.
Just pay the shipping. This is your cup free.
And
Came right off the shelf.
And we have several different cups available over at Cafe Press.
We do.
That's cafepress.com /Axtell Expressions.
Yeah.
Brad Ray needs a cup. Well, maybe I'm going to pick Brad.
Show him your cup, Ryan. It's a different color. See that? This is an all-white cup that we're giving away tonight. Ryan's has got a blue handle and a blue inside. Love it.
Yeah.
So cool.
A couple different options, and there's tiki mugs and a few other things. So let me put a link real quick. Grab a mug. Yeah. I'll drop this in the comments, and we will pick a winner.
The Dinky Tiki is now available. Is it on the webpage?
It's not yet.
It will be shortly.
It's in process, but it's available for pre-order.
$129.95.
How do they pre-order right now, Steve?
You can, well, you're going to have the link up there tomorrow, so they can just go to the page.
But until then, how do they order?
You email order at axtell.com and tell Teresa that you want to order the Dinky Tiki.
Okay, let's drop a comment in real quick too.
All right.
Pre-order
the Dinky Tiki has been extremely popular, man. That thing is.
I know. We got a list,
blowing up.
man.
It's blowing up.
All right.
All right. Who's going to win this? Tell me when you get the cache loaded, and we'll do a countdown.
Axtell.com. Boom.
All right.
Done.
Good job. Thank you.
All right. Hopping over to the cache. To the Johnny Cache. All right.
It's not spelled the same.
To the Johnny Cache.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm ready here.
All right.
Okay.
This cup we're giving away. All right. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh. Chuck Lyons.
Chuck Lyons. Nailed it.
Chuck, are you here?
Chuck gave me this mug.
Hey, Steve, just want to check in. What happened to the mug? Can you explain what happened to the mug?
Chuck's going to be receiving this mug. Kidding. Chuck gave me this mug. Chuck gave me this mug. Thank you very much, Chuck. All right.
All right. If Chuck, oh, sorry, Brad Ray. Chuck is here.
I'll put it up, Chuck. Get it?
But Brad Ray, I actually was hoping I'd pick Brad second time around, but you know what? Chuck's a faithful guy. So is Brad. They're both here.
Chuck had a question for the Tiki. Did you know that, Ryan?
Why would he ask Tiki things?
I know you wouldn't ask that. I know you wouldn't know about that because you were out doing your chores.
Yeah, I have no
Chuck,
idea.
Chuck was asking, I didn't see it in time, but he was asking, what does the Tiki think about blessing our wedding or something like that? Can you imagine? I don't know what the Tiki would think about that, but I know we are all blessing your wedding.
The Tiki would say, and yes, for everyone asking, yes, Chuck did respond that he is here.
Yeah,
so
Chuck's
Chuck,
here. Chuck's here. Are you kidding? He's preparing
shoot
for
me
the
an
wedding.
email, Chuck, Ryan at Axtell.com. We'll get this mug shipped off to you.
All right.
And yeah, Harry's right. Why ask a useless Tiki head a
Chuck,
question?
could you put the ring in your wedding? Could you put the ring inside this cup and then say, with this cup and ring I thee wed? Is that possible to do? No. That's asking too much.
That's
I
too
think,
much. But
I think that's asking too much.
Chuck,
I'm sorry. I'm assuming that was asking too much.
If I was a Tiki,
yeah,
and someone was like, "Hey, guy, what do you have to say about my marriage next week?" I'd probably be like, "Hey, man, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be great. We're so excited for you guys because I'm like a tree, you know, and like." I don't really do much. I just kind of sit here, but like so good for you guys. I'm so pumped.
Ryan, that's not what the Tiki sounds like.
If I was a Tiki, I'm saying
yeah.
if I did a Tiki, be like, hey man, it'd be like that. But you know what, Chuck? We are so excited for you, man, and thanks for joining us tonight because it's a special night when Chuck drops by.
Super cool.
Joey, he keeps hoping I'm going to pick him. I know, guys. The truth is, it's completely random. So if I just picked my favorites,
Brian said, if the mug broke, you'd pay shipping for each piece in a separate package.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Harry, the poor useless Tiki head, is not listening. He is poor and useless, but he can't listen because he's inanimate.
Yep.
Well, hey, just a reminder, folks. We do consulting.
Yep.
We've had a busy schedule, but if you ever have questions or want to collaborate or I love that guy. Yeah. If you have some things in the works, whether it's technically inclined or creative, and you need some input, we would love to come alongside you. You can always check us out at axtell.com/consulting. We hop on a Zoom call, do some stuff together. Stop trying to match my movement. I like how you stick out a tooth kind of sassily. I don't think sassily is a word.
It is.
It is. And, Steve, anything else you want to say before I intro the guest we have next week?
Oh, my gosh. Well, I think we're back to the business of show business next week.
Oh, my
with
gosh.
our good friend Al Gettler. And he is going to be talking about, you know what book he's going to be talking about?
No.
The biggest book that you've ever heard of, my friend.
Really?
Yes.
Is this kind of, is this where I do the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, tell me about the book.
This book, the title of which everyone has heard, and you will not believe that we got it here on Inside.